Welcome to Recover in Place. For today's routine, we're going to use a mat. We're going to have no shoes on. We'll need a little bit of wall space. I have something I'm going to put my feet up on. This could be a chair, a couch, something like that. I'm also going to use my foam roller here as a guide mechanism. All right, so to start us off here, I'm going to come onto the ground and be utilizing the foam roller here. So we're going to be doing a little bit of a rotational, twist here through the mid-back. So what's going to happen here is I'm going to set myself up on my side here, nice and long through the spine. Knees are bent, they're going to stack on top of each other. And then I'm just going to use the foam roller as a little bit of a guide here. So basically I'm going to keep my legs touching this the whole time. And as I rotate, what I don't want to have happen is I don't want to have any like shifting or slippage from this position. So I'm just going to keep these stacked, and I'm going to kind of be limited by how much I can basically rotate here. All right, I'm going to be working some breath in this position. So from here on my side, I'm basically going to relax. You can have a pad here if you like. I'm going to block basically my legs in this position, in this stacked position with my bottom arm. Top arm is going to come up, and I'm going to think about rotating back. So I'm just kind of looking up now. I'm going to keep these stacked though. All right, so I'm just going to kind of work my breath to have this open up. So we're going to work about 10 to 15 breaths here. Slowly going to come out of that, so I just bend my arm to rotate back, and now I'm going to get the other side. So from here, I'm just going to transfer so you can see me on this one. So same thing, I'm going to start on my side. I've got my foam roller here to help me out. Start on my side, nice long spine. I'm going to stack my legs on top of each other, knees are flush and in line. I've got my foam roller here to help me out, to make sure I keep myself kind of honest in the position. I don't slide or slip that top leg. From here, I'm just going to think about tracing that arm, coming up, dropping the head down, so I'm kind of looking at the ceiling here, and then I'm going to start rotating back. All right, 10 to 15 breaths in this position. Slowly coming out of that. All right, slowly coming out. So from here, we're going to go into some nice cat-cow back and forth. So I'm going to be nice and slow, try to think about vertebra by vertebra here. So going on all fours, and then I'm going to start off with coming into the cow position. For this, I'm going to think about untucking the tailbone. I'm going to drop the pelvis down. I think about dropping the stomach down, right, bit by bit, dropping the chest down, going just vertebra by vertebra there, coming slowly to the neck, head. Once you finish that position, you're going to think about going to the cat. So I'm going to start with the pelvis here. I'm going to tuck the pelvis underneath. Pushing low back up, mid back, upper back, dropping the chest and head down. Position, just move nice and smoothly. Go back into that cow position. Once you finish the cow, going back into the cat. Get one more of each, smoothly moving. Once you got that, and then our last cat. Alright, so the next one we're going to use is a little bit of wall space here. So I'm going to plant myself pretty close to here, but I want to keep my low back and pelvis in a good position. I don't want to get so close that I feel like I'm kind of dumping out of a neutral pelvis and creating any lower back pain. So from here, it's going to be a little bit more of an active position we're going to be doing on this one. So you can get nice and close here on the side. You can kind of scoot yourself in and find that position for you, where you can have basically straight legs, and then, you know, make sure you can maintain the pelvis position, right? So I'm just going to find that comfortable position for me. All right, this feels pretty good. You know, I'm probably maybe 6 or so inches away from the wall here. And then from this position, what I'm going to think about doing is I'm going to be a little more active here. I'm going to think about squeezing my quads, and then I'm going to think about pulling my toes down. So I'm thinking about pulling all of my toes down. So basically base of the big toe, base of the pinky toe, to make sure I pull the foot down evenly on each side, not just the inside or the outside. So basically pinky toe, big toe, and then the base of those, think about pulling those down towards me here. So it's really going to turn on basically all the muscles here on that front part of my leg, all right? So once I'm back in that active position, quads are on, actively pulling all the toes down towards basically my hips here. I'm just going to kind of breathe here, 10 to 15 breaths, 10 to 15 breaths. Slowly come out of that. Now I'm relaxing my legs. Slowly roll it out. All right, so for our last position here, again, this is where I'm going to use the couch or the seat or whatever you have for this. I'm also going to be using the foam roller. This could be a yoga block or something like that. I'm going to be on my back here. Feet are going to be up on the seat. I'm going to have basically my foam roll in the middle of my feet. So I'm just doing a little squeeze, nothing too hard, just to make sure it maintains the position. And then I'm gonna think about pulling basically my ankles down towards basically my knees, all right? So what's gonna happen here, I'll place my foam roller, put my feet up here. I've got it right between those, foam roller right between my feet. But I have nice straight legs, so I'm just kind of relaxing my body in this position. From here, I'm gonna squeeze the foam roller a little bit, and then I'm gonna think about pulling basically my toes basically towards my knees. So I'm pulling all 10 toes down towards my knees or hips, whatever you have to think to get in that dorsal flex position. Right, so the ankles moving and all of the toes. So you can think about the pinky toe being pulled down, all 10 toes being pulled down. So a little bit more active there for that basically lower leg portion. Everything else is pretty much relaxed. 10 to 15 breaths here. Let's get to 10 to 15 breaths. I'm just going to relax out of that position, about that front portion of the leg. And that is all I've got for you today. So thanks for coming in and checking this out. This has been Recover in Place.